Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thanks again so much for joining me here. Let's take a quick look here at Solana to see what's going on. It does look like it's a bit of a mess. We're still respecting the descending trend line here and essentially haven't broken free quite yet. Again, retest that 145, 146 to sweep some liquidation, but let's go ahead and take a look at some backend data, kind of see where we're at. And obviously, if you're new to the channel, deeply appreciate you watching. Thanks so much for that. Hit the like button before you get started. If you want to become a better trader, CryptoCache.tech is a site. Link down below. We've got a trading academy, community, and signals group. There is actually a lot of cool upgrades we're going to be bringing to the community here soon as well with spot trades. And also I'm going to start sharing my charts as well. So just keep that in mind. We'll have that update here shortly. When it looks at the last 7 days here, generally what we want to take a peek at here is, again, the liquidation levels above. So when we talked about this last, again, it's been a couple days since I reviewed any coins because I took a couple days off to get married. Congratulations, thank you, all that wonderful stuff. I appreciate it. What I'm getting at here though is this 145 to 146 level. This area got swept pretty hard. That was the area of liquidation that was previously present. We got some late shorts at about 146, that makes sense. But when we look at larger time frames, last 3 months, rather, this is the last 1 month's worth of trading. Last few weeks of trading, we can kind of see here, 147 is that heavy level of concentration, okay? Again, it's not massive. I would say $1.1 billion is kind of a lot, but it's not a lot compared to what we've seen before. We had roughly about $1.5 billion liquidated at 145, to give you perspective. So it doesn't mean we're just going to shoot up to that level. It just implies that is something we want to pay close attention to. So let's take a quick look here at the charts here. So daily time frame, quickly to understand, we want to recognize a few things here first. So on the daily time frame, we can recognize that we are still below some key levels here on the moving averages. Once again, we've talked about the 100 and the 50 being an important range to be above. We keep testing above and below the 200 and the 20 though. Okay, Bitcoin's roughly the same scenario. Until we break above those 20-day or 200-day SMAs, we kind of just, we're stuck on stupid, for lack of better terms. The price cannot go much further, and we're going to need a few days of closure above that too, because we've seen 2 or 3 days in the past where it goes above, now we're below. Generally speaking, when you average yourself out close to those levels, there's a lot of support and resistance at that same spot, which is all the more reason why you've probably seen less signals in our community, of course, and just generally I'm trading a little less frequently. And again, a lot of that hinges on the fact that we have a lot of false positives. A lot of coins are just like right at this make or break moment, or we could just go straight down or straight up from here, right? So at this point, with us being right there, I would just exercise some caution. But just know too as well, we got a lot of support below us right here, 135 to 136. Solid amount of support based on recent volume. Okay, that does help us understand we're generally on the right side of the tracks, but we're still under those moving averages, so not a great place. Under 50 on the RSI, we can see stochastic RSI kind of swinging up and down concurrently, so not a lot of indications here that it's worthwhile taking a long or a short on the macro. Okay, now the 4-hour time frame tells us a different story. We're under all moving averages. We've broken bearish, so to speak, here, and we can also see that we're under 50 on the RSI still. Okay. Stochastic swinging up, however, of course, is contradictory, and then we got MACD trying to converge. So again, this is a bit of a mess, folks. There's no real indication that the price wants to go in either direction. We got momentum telling us we've bottomed out and the likelihood of the price going up, but we're still respecting these descending trend lines and establishing lower highs and lower lows in larger time frames. Okay. So again, that really doesn't bode well here. So to me personally, looking at the daily and the 4-hour time frame, this is to me, it just tells me to want to stay away for a while and not consider trading this coin until it breaks, at the very least, above this resistance range, about 140, 145, because we have to break through that descending trend, and we haven't yet. Okay. If we also look at how Solana is behaving contrary to Bitcoin too, we can see when Bitcoin pulled back here recently, this larger correction, Solana had a pretty massive correction and hasn't responded well to that. So that lets me know that we are inversely paired here, or basically just any time Bitcoin goes down, Solana goes down harder. When you have that kind of pairing, you're generally going to find more success shorting than taking along. That's just kind of the bottom line. So I'm not saying to short Solana because it's not something I ever recommend, but Bitcoin is exuding a lot of qualities right now for a head and shoulders pattern. And I did post that on our playout chart here. Of course, if you're kind of curious, jump on over to our Discord, you can kind of see it. Generally speaking though, it's not favorable when you see those kind of things, right? Solana, while it's not exhibiting the exact same behavior, it's selling off quite strong compared to Bitcoin. So I don't love that. Take a look here at TD sequential, or rather the Ichimoku cloud. We can confirm we're below the cloud. Lag and span is intersecting with the price action. Conversion line is below the baseline. So this is basically just like 3 reasons to not take a trade. Really, no other way around it, because we got this transition that's trying to happen, it hasn't happened yet. So again, I know it seems kind of contradictory. It's like, why do I even care to know all this if it's just going to end up being nothing at all? Well, truth is, this is what trading is all about. It's really just taking your time to figure out if it's worth taking a trade or not. We've identified a lot of reasons not to take a trade of this coin right now. If you do take a trade and it happens to work out the way you wanted to, I wouldn't say that it's lucky, but it's also, one of those things where it's generally like, I'm not going to even go down that rabbit hole. All I can say is don't even worry about taking a trade right now for Solana until we can confirm above this recent point of control, like 141 or 142, and start establishing higher highs and higher lows. There really is no point in taking a long position. Statistically, you're more likely to find success going to the downside at this point. Okay. And again, Bitcoin, if it does pull back to 57, 56K or lower, then I would say that Solana is going to have some trouble. Okay. All right, folks. Thanks again so much for watching. Please do me a favor, hit the like button, comment below if you get a chance. Join us over on our Discord. We've got plenty of opportunities here, a lot of cool, fun stuff there, and deeply appreciate, again, the wonderful support from my community here. Looking forward to working with you. Have a good rest of your day. We'll see you next one. Take care.